everyone, this is Dushan for ICO TV video, and today my guest is Mr. Martin from the project called OPP Open Wi-Fi. Hi Martin, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine, great. Look, it's really interesting project that you are running, and it's about actually the Wi-Fi around the world. So your project, if I sum it up shortly, and of course I will ask you to describe a little bit more in detail, is about sharing mobile capacity to the community, your Wi-Fi or another data capacity to the community, so anyone can get access to the internet worldwide actually for free. How this will be possible? Can you explain me, please?
Well, basically what we're asking people to do is to just share some of their data allowance. We ran some surveys to around 100,000 homes in the UK actually to begin with. We asked them, do you use all of your data? And 75% of those people said no, they don't. We also asked them, would you be prepared to share some of that data in exchange for a small, for a token payment from us? And they also agreed that that would be a pretty good idea. So all they have to do is download our app, click on the share Wi-Fi button, and then choose how much of their gigabytes they want to share each month, or how much time they want to be online, and then we'll pay them accordingly.
Because I read somewhere in your materials that actually, well, that the people normally 80% or whatever was your research, they don't use their actually data that they buy from the operators. So actually they have a lot of capacity free, and obviously you are offering that they actually share this capacity to the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, just share a portion of it. The data they're not using. So.
Mm-hmm. And you are. I just read that there are close to 2.5 billion smartphones worldwide. So 2.5 billion active smartphones globally. And you are planning to get 25 million people out of this. If I'm not wrong, this should be 1% or. So
it's
actually,
about 1%, yeah, that's
1%, yeah. So actually, if you manage to attract 1% of all people of all smartphones, then you already can cover globally the need for the Wi-Fi access. Is it correct?
Yeah. So yeah, somewhere along those lines. So 1% would give us a community of 25 million, which is what we're looking to achieve over the next 4 years.
Cool. So if you get these 25 million smartphones in your network or community, so what does it mean? I mean, in the real life. So obviously, for example, you said in Spain, you travel there from England. If you are not the one who is sharing your smartphone, but just the user who would like to get the access to the Wi-Fi, what do you do? So you land to, for example, to Spain. What's next?
So what you do is you would search in your when you're searching for a Wi-Fi. Yeah, you're searching to log on to somewhere. You just you have a look at the SSIDs. If you see ours in there, which is OPP Open Wi-Fi, you just click on that. The page will open, and then you choose your logging option, which could either be social media logging, usually Facebook, or a simple form. And then you go straight online. It's that simple.
So actually, it seems very easy. You just search for the Wi-Fi options in your smartphone, yeah, and you just connect to your network, obviously. And okay, what about the quality or the coverage itself? In reality, 25 million smartphones that will be used as a hotspot hosts, as you call them. Yeah. How well worldwide coverage do you think it's going to provide in reality? Probably, I'm asking why. Probably the big cities, they're going to do well. What about the suburbs and the other areas?
Yeah, suburbs and other areas is it's hard to define. Obviously, like you say, cities are going to be particularly much easier because we're also working with businesses as well. So we intend to have our business routers inside of businesses, so they're much bigger and they can take more capacity. But the idea is to get people to download the app so that when they're on the move, we can expand our range into residential areas. And even if you're on the train or something like that, if you're stuck and you need some data, you might be able to find one of our hotspot hosts to log on to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the idea there.
Cool. So obviously your idea is you need 1% of the people that will share their smartphone capacity on one hand. On the other hand, you will need the people that will use these capacities. And let's just spend 1 minute with the people who will actually provide the smartphone as a hotspot hosts. What will be their benefits? I mean, what is their interest? Obviously, they're going to provide their smartphone capacity. We can actually say that they will mine, in a way, they will mine with their smartphone. So actually, they will get your tokens in reward. And you mentioned that the value of these tokens is gonna be about $40 a month, which is more or less equivalent to the monthly payment for the smartphone usage. I mean, for the calls and for the data usage in average. Is it correct?
Yeah. On the average, that's down to our research. So we researched 100,000 people, and we from that we took the average as being around 40 USD per month. So that's what we aim to pay our hosts.
So I think this is rather attractive. Actually, every 2 years, a single smartphone miner, if you want, can actually every 2 years can afford to buy a new smartphone if he's gonna provide his capacities to your community. Actually, for example, it's about $1,000 in 2 years. Okay, this is for the miners, if we can call them, or a hotspot as hotspot providers. Hosts. And this is one side. Then we have the users. So me, for example, traveling, I'd like to log in. How much do I pay for that, if I pay?
No, there's no cost. There's no cost to be. That's the idea, is to offer free internet to everybody. Well, everybody, we all pay for internet. We know that we pay already once. So the idea is, as a guest, when you're not at home or if you've run out of data, you shouldn't have to pay for it again. So we're building a community to offer this service to people that need data at any time, without restrictions and without cost. Bottom line.
Well, this is great. This is just great. Where is there the value of your project? I mean, where do you get the income from?
So we're selling advertising space on the splash pages. So when you as a user, when you log on, you will see some advertisements there, and after you've logged on, for advertisers to place their adverts. So through advertising, basically. Also, our app hosts, or anybody that downloads their app, will be sending them push notifications once a week or 3 times a month as a maximum, and they're also paid.
Great. I think that for the internet users, this is a great proposition. Actually, you can use data around the globe for free in return for some advertisements, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. Great. So you mentioned that you have existing business from 2014, and this is the new project on top of it. How many people work on your project, this new startup, currently, and where are you from?
Right. So we have head offices in the UK, and this is where all our techies are based, all the people that build all the Wi-Fi technology. There's 10 in that office there, and we also have our support center in Bucharest. That's all our community managers and customer services generally. They're all based in Bucharest. And then we have satellite offices around the world, where we have marketing in Spain, for example, and we have cover in India, in Singapore, and worldwide.
Great.
There's around 100 of us.
100 people. Great. Tell me about your funding targets and the main sale. What is your hard cap and soft cap, and when is your main sale?
Soft cap. Sorry, yeah. Soft cap is $4 million, and the hard cap is 40 million. So basically, the idea for us to reach 25 million hosts, we need a massive marketing campaign, as you can imagine. So that's the reason why that target is that high. The soft cap, we can still with that amount, we can still get the project off the ground, but it would probably be a bit slower.
Mm-hmm. Do you already have an idea what kind of marketing tools are you gonna deploy in order to get people on board to share their smartphone capacities? Maybe some kind of partnership with smartphone producers or sellers that automatically they will provide this kind of option?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that we're thinking of as well, but also massive social media campaigns, media campaigns generally. We're thinking of tabloid campaigns as well in different countries. Any way we can get to people, to get in front of people. Bounty campaigns as well. Anything that we can do, everything that's available. But also going to a smartphone or to mobile phone operators, that would also be a good idea.
And tell me, how far is your platform now, the solution, in terms of development?
How far is it?
How far is your platform now in terms of development? You mentioned TechX. When is going to be out ready?
Okay, so for businesses and for residential, it's already live. Business project's been running for 4 years already. The residential box, it's a router, as we call it, which plugs into your existing Wi-Fi at home. That's already ready as well, although we didn't deploy any of those yet. That will happen at the end of the ICO, and the mobile app will be ready by September.
Great.
So the blueprints have been drawn up, which we're going to post on GitHub on Monday, and
great.
Yeah, so we're quite well advanced. Yeah.
Great, Martin. Tell me one thing, please. What's going to be open OPP Wi-Fi open in 3 years from now? What's your dream? Where would you like it to be?
Well, hopefully, with by then, 3/4 of our mobile hosts are already a more massive community and a happy place and a free internet place for as many as we can provide it to.
Great. Great, but obviously you can, of course, have more than 25 million people in your community sharing their phone capacity, right?
Yeah, it's unlimited. It's unlimited. That's the target. If we can get past that, then that's more than beyond our dreams.
Great, Martin. Then I hope that in 3 years from now, wherever I go around the world, I will be able to connect to your network for free in return for some advertisement.
Some advertisement or some tokens if you become a host as well.
Yeah, cool. Great. Martin, was really awesome to talk to you. I wish you good luck with your project. Obviously, this project is about bringing benefits to the people around the world. And I would like to see more this kind of projects to come out and make us happy. Thank you, Martin, for the discussion.
No problem at all.
Yeah, bye-bye to Spain. Bye to Spain.
Bye.